So here's the plan. We'll put light-skinned people over here, and we'll put dark-skinned people over here, and just to make things interesting, we'll sprinkle some jerks all over the world. One day, 6,000 years ago, God decided he was going to create the universe. He hatched this divine scheme, and his plan was perfect, but he wasn't sure of himself. So he had to put his plan into motion. He fired up his microwave and whipped up a fresh, steaming hot universe. On Earth, he made sure to put things in the fossil record that apparently predated the creation of the universe, because he likes watching confused people and tricking people into not believing in him. He convinced countless people to kill and die in his name. He suckers people into spending billions of dollars on him. He made it impossible for organisms to adapt to their surroundings. He emailed Moses a long list of laws that everyone must obey. He spread war, hunger, disease, poverty, hatred, ignorance, anger, intolerance, confusion, insanity, greed, corruption, and a message of love. And it's all part of his plan. All of the destruction, devastation, and disaster in the world is all God's responsibility. And this means one of four things. God is either incompetent, an asshole, doesn't give a shit, or doesn't exist. God's perfect. His plan was perfect. And yet the world is anything but perfect. God is lacking in the follow-through department. And before any Christian out there recites the free will bullshit to me, let me ask you this. How is it that we mere mortals are able to so easily fuck up God's perfect divine plan? Another alternative is that God is a prick. All of the terrible things in the world are part of God's plan. God is a sadistic, voyeuristic asshole. God sits on his throne and masturbates to the suffering of his creations. And before any Christians out there recites the life is a test bullshit, let me ask you this. What's the point in assigning different tests to different people? What can be learned from test results when the tests all have different difficulties and time limits? If God is so all-knowing, wouldn't he already know the exact moral character of every person on earth? Another alternative is that God simply doesn't give two dry cat shits about his flock. He created the universe just to see if he could. He was bored. What happens after he did it is none of his business. He just sits there and gets stoned and watches the universe does its thing like some cosmic lava lamp. The last alternative, and the most scientifically and logically plausible one, is that God simply does not exist. I've been Aldus Valor, and that's the way it is.